Cameron's here. Cameron, how are you doing today? Michelle Travel, how are you today? Jim Bibby, back again. Red Chevelle, ooh, cool beans. Giovanni. Dale. Secretariat, dude, I haven't heard from you in a while. Marvin Jesus. Compounding cash. Ooh, dude, you should give me a buzz. We should chat. Jimmy Edwards, how you doing, Bab? Tandement, good evening from Houston. Cool. Who farted? Back again, dude. Roger Williams. Alrighty, alrighty. What are we looking at? It is Sunday night. Tomorrow starts a whole new week. Is it week number 5? Larissa, how are you doing? Stephen, how you doing? Mo, Will, Lily, how are you doing, Lily? Holly, Pepper climbs. Okay, Pepper climbs. Gail Miller, cool. All right, so where are we? It is week number 5. Wow, week number 5 for the 4th quarter. We have 13 weeks in a quarter. We're going to week number 5. Joshua, Jimmy Fang, Juan Lopez, ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Hank, what's happening, Hank? Nelson, cool beans. Do not buy on Bybit. Alrighty then, I'll have to remember that. Kai, how are you doing? The Saint, 62. Chris, all right, anyway. We are on week number 5 of the 4th quarter. So that is 13, 26, 39, 44. Week number 44. That's it. Week number 44. Oh, my. What's up, Austin? All right. Week 44 starts tomorrow morning. Let's jump in, see where we are, and get moving. Now, I'm going to go over the list of stocks that I have accumulated over the week, and then we're going to go from there. Garner Garcia, Roger, Dimcorp, cool beans. AT&T is first on my list. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, where I buy and invest in weekly cash flow stocks, looking for pre-qualified dividend stocks that have consistently increase their dividends to their shareholders for a minimum of 2 decades. If you had top 2 stocks, which would you say? Macy's and Ford. Bruners are here. Woohoo, cool beans. Jill Ann, how are you doing, Jill? And Mr. Richard. All right, AT&T is going to be first. It's going to be a quick no. It's still at the high. I'm not even going to bother looking at it because we're going to put AT&T down. Look at that. Up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming back down again. Great opportunity. Let me think. 21.85, 22's interesting. 21's, yeah, no. Sorry, they don't look that good. I had 4, but it didn't go that high up. Hey, Fish, how you doing? Chris is in the house. Hadley Dietz. All right, so it's going to be a no for AT&T. AA is Alcoa. That's going to be a no also. But we'll look at Alcoa in about a week or 2. Next week we'll take a look at it. Why not? 2 weeks for Alcoa. If you guys don't know, I keep track of stocks that look good, that fit. Is that oil on gas? Okay, Fish, I have no idea what you mean by oil on gas. AA is Alcoa. Julian, I paid for the membership. How do I join the Zoom for tomorrow to start doing covered calls? Well, Julian, if you joined, whatever email that you used to join will be sent. The list will be sent to you tomorrow morning. Well, the list will be sent to you tonight, okay, along with the link. But you also get another link tomorrow morning. Charlie, how are you today? Okay, Fish, oil and gas. I'm not quite sure what you mean by oil and gas. Okay, are you asking about oil and gas stocks, such as Occidental Petroleum, ExxonMobil, Chevron, British Petroleum, Phillips 66, you know, companies like that. What kind of company is it? What, Alcoa? You know, that's a weird question. I have no idea what Alcoa does. But it's on the list. Yes, okay. Yo, I have 100,000 to invest. What you have for me? Hey, NS Garage, what's happening? Do you ever post the actual options? Satisfying slime time. Do you actually post the actual options you do, or just videos yourself making the trades? Oh, well, that's a silly question. Of course I show everything I do. Okay, take a gander. Oh. All right, satisfying slime time. Check it out. Ford, the 1050 call. Okay, Marathon, I bought the stock, sold the option. Marathon bought the stock. Schlumberger bought the stock, sold the option. Right there, see the option? Intel bought the stock, sold the option. Walgreens sold the options, the 11 calls. Bank of America bought the stock, sold the option. Chevron bought the stock, sold the option. MPW bought the stock, sold the option. I show all of them. Single trade that I do every single week is posted online. We are currently in week number 44. I have posted all the way up to week number 43, which was last week. But I haven't done the numbers yet because it takes time for it to calculate, do all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Fish shared the live. Cool, thank you. Joshua Keeby, do I have a course? Yes, I do, but I don't sell anything here. Okay, seriously, I don't sell anything here. If you want to buy something, hey, that's on the website. Okay, the website right here. Okay, that's the website. Everything you want to see is there, but I don't sell anything here during the live. Alrighty, so let's keep on rolling. Sai, is DJT worth buying at this price? Well, DJT, we'll take a quick look at it because I got a couple of people asking me the same question about DJT. Fish, yes, all right. Okay, do you have a stock options course? Joshua, I've written 14 books. First 13 are available on Amazon. Book number 14, I finished it in February. I just haven't uploaded it yet. All right, Sinbad says there's no sound on YouTube. Why is there no sound on YouTube? Hello, hello, hello. Well, it seems to be working. Oh, I gotta stop recording. I don't want to record. Stop recording. There we go. Okay, is that better? Okay. La 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 la. What's your opinion on the best investment, highest paying dividend? Amy, that's definitely the wrong question to be asking somebody like me. I'm not looking for the highest rate of return. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Okay? All right, you can hear me fine? Cool. Well, all right, see, you're over here on the phone. Okay, so that's one thing. The other YouTube channel is down here on another camera. So I got 7 cameras running at one period of time. Okay, you can hear it now. DJT is a meme stock like GameStop. Yep, probably. Sinbad, cool. What happens when you own the stock and it's underwater? Do you still target at the money calls at 1%? No. No, anytime your stock goes down and you want to sell a covered call at a lower strike price than when you paid for it, always make sure you go a little bit out of the money. Okay, so look at here right now, Alcoa. Currently at the money at the moment, 41.20. 41 is going to be the closest. Well, great, you're getting over 2%. Wonderful. Look at the further you go out. One strike out of the money, you're getting 3%, which is 1.5. Sorry, 73, which is about 1.5. 2 strikes out of the money, you're getting 56, which is over 1%. 3 strikes out of the money, you're getting your 1%. The further you go out, the less you bring in, but you're less likely of being called away. Okay, so always watch what the chart is, watch what the stock is doing, the movement that it's making, And if it looks like she's going to go up, well, once she comes down, if I bought it at 42 and she drops down to here, all right, I'm not going to be selling the 42s because there's not enough money there. Now, if it's at 37, I might sell the 39s or the 40s. That's 2 or 3 strikes out of the money. Français, que pas. Bonjour, bonsoir, comment ça va toujours? Ça va bien? Non? Ça va bien? Non? Comment estás? No, wait a minute. French. Anyway. Just calm me down. What's happening? All right, so let's keep on going. Oui. C'est bon. Comment ça va toujours? Ça va bien? Ça va? C'est magnifique. Je parle français muy poquito. Oui, ça va. Question. What's the major advantage of rolling calls? Is it just time value? Basically, yes. Rolling the call is basically gaining more time to give you a little bit of a leeway in case the stock goes against you. So if you are pushing it forward, you do collect more premiums and you get to collect more time. And time is a commodity you cannot buy, but you can rent it out cheaply. So your opinion would be like an Arbor Realty Trust or similar? No. Sorry, Amy. Hold that thought, though. J'aimais bien le trade. Okay. Je parle français muy poquito. Et vous c'est mon anglais. Si. Oui. All right, what do I think about coin? Playing covered call this week. I made a killing last week. Milton, well, let's hold off on coin for just a little bit. All right, we're going to hold off on coin just a little bit. We're still finishing up with Alcoa. All right, and I really would like to stick to the list that we picked up last week. Okay, anytime I say, oh, that stock looks good, I'm going to write it down so we can take a look at it on Sunday. Well, today is Sunday. And I really like to see if this list of about 30 stocks that we picked up over the week, see which ones are going to be a yes for this coming up week. Okay, so if you don't mind, I will cover coin. I will finish up with Alcoa, and I'd like to just go back to the list and just stick to the list. So if you have any suggestions, please make sure it has 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. All right, so we're going to go until about 9:30, and it looks like if we don't get these numbers up, we're going to reboot, because rebooting just shoots it up a little bit higher. All right, that being said, let's progress forward. All right, so Alcoa, here's our 30-day bottom here. Here's our 30-day top. She's just basically going sideways. Now it looks like she's getting ready to come down. So Alcoa is not that lovely this week. So let's take a quick look at coin. Now Alcoa, I did write it down for 2 weeks. We'll take a look at it again in 2 weeks, but not this week. Okay, the numbers just don't work this week. So here's Coinbase. Now I don't normally do Coinbase because it's a relatively new company. Uh-oh. Satisfying slime time. But when you roll a call, you must pay to buy it back, right? So if you wait to expire and you don't pay to buy it back, but the stock value might decrease and the value of the new premium might be less, right? Well, absolutely. That's why we look at rolling and forward. Now, when you buy it back, as the stock drops, well, so doesn't the value of the option. I'll give you, for instance, let's say I sold an option for $1 on Monday, okay? Now, there's 5 trading days in a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all right? On Monday morning, you have 100% time value for the week, 100% time value, because as the days tick away, you slowly lose time value. So Monday, you have 100%. Tuesday, you got 80%. Wednesday, you got 60%. Thursday, you got 40%, and Friday, you got 20% of time value left. So if I'm selling on Monday, as the time ticks away, now that's just one component of an option, time value. Okay. The other components of the option is implied volatility, intrinsic value, interest rates, stock price, length of time. So length of time is an important one, and that's what we do here. We want the length of time. As it decays away, the stock option gets less and less and less. 80% of all stock options expire worthless come Friday, or they actually expire on a Saturday, but there's no trading on a Saturday. So we say expires on Friday. So I like to, at some point in time, okay, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, see if the stock is dropping. Yeah, I would like to roll it forward into a next week. But when you roll forward, you're right, you do have to buy back the current one. Okay, weekly, not monthly. Got it, Tia. Got it. Got it, okay? All right, anyway, so as I was saying, as the time slowly ticks away, if the stock price drops, well, you have the time value ticking away, decreasing also. If the stock goes down also, well, the option value is going to decrease faster. So Wednesday or Thursday, if the option value is low enough, yeah, you can buy it back and sell next week. So you're pushing it forward. So instead of having 5 days on Monday, if I roll it on a Wednesday, well, I got 5 days plus Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday. So now I have 9 days. So you always get the time value. So whether you roll on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, always keep in mind the more time you have from the expiration, a portion of the option is going to be higher, and that's the time value, a portion of the option. If you really want to know about option pricing, there's a book. It's really complicated. One up. You hear of this proposal of a stock exchange going to 22 hours a day. I heard about it. Okay, what is it going to mean, though? I mean, how much weight is it going to carry? Is it going to be like the Forex market and just be able to be open all the time? Well, great. Well, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. All right. Coinbase. I think it'll be disruptive. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Ooh, that was a good one. So Coinbase. I usually don't trade Coinbase. Actually, I don't think I've ever traded Coinbase, and the reason being is it doesn't have 20 years of dividends. It's a relatively new company. But I'm going to look at it for, what's his name? Hey, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at what it did. Up, sideways, down, sideways, then up. 203, 205. Wow. Okay, anytime you see this right here. The last trade on Friday was $205.04. The bid is 203, the ask is 203. 203.10, 203.25. Both the bid and the ask are both lower. Okay, but however, it was at 205. The market maker is going to push this down. So if you think this is going up, no. Market maker is pushing this thing down come tomorrow morning. So the last 30 days. Here's your last 30 days. She drops, goes sideways, shoots up, goes sideways again. Currently, the 205s are going for 990, which is crazy. Is that my imagination? Is that crazy number? Get my calculator out. So if the 205s are going for $9.90, divide that by 203, it comes to 4.8%. Yeah, okay. Well, if you like Coinbase, but the market maker is pushing it down. So why would you want to do a covered call on it? See? The market maker is pushing it down. So doing a covered call wouldn't make any sense. So sorry about that, Milton. Alrighty. You said it goes sideways. I thought you strictly said yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you got a smarty pants over here. Okay. It goes down, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So what does it look like? It looks as if it's going sideways, okay? The bottom is here at 160. Okay, so bottomed out 159, hit 161, hit 160, 94, 163, 167, 165, 166, 162, 166. No, it didn't go sideways. It went up, it went down. All right, it was channeling, okay? Like the terminology better. It was channeling to the side, however you want to look at it. Okay. Bless you, James. Take some cold medicine. Yeah. Yes, it's going good. All right, take some cold medicine. I don't take cold medicine. Isn't that weird? Crazy money. I made $22,000 last week. Milton, cool beans. I would hold on to it. All right, fish, nothing wrong with that. What time do you come on here? 9 p.m. But earnings are Thursday. What do you think? Okay, number one, I don't like Coinbase. Okay, it doesn't have dividends that have 20 years of increased profits. Okay, 9:30, we're going to reboot. Guys, don't go anywhere. We are going to reboot anytime we're under 50, yeah. Hold up, we're just rebooting over here for a second. All right, so while we're rebooting over there, just calm me down. Good evening, and how are you doing today? Damn. Realty income. Nick Nation. Nick, now, you're new here. I'm really, Nick, really, I am. So you want to look at old realty. I can tell you no now, unless you want me to really look and then tell you no later. I don't like realty income. The numbers just don't look that good. Here's the first issue I have with realty income. First issue I have with realty income is it is a monthly optionable stock. What does that mean? Well, a monthly optionable stock, your reboot pixelated worse. Okay. What I don't like about Realty is, number one, it's a monthly optionable stock. It's okay now, yeah. Okay, so monthly optional stock, I don't like monthlies because monthlies just ain't the same as weeklies. There's 52 weeks in a year, which 1% per week is over 50% per year. Monthly options, 1 or 2%, you're going to get 12 to 24%. That's up to you. Do you like 12%? Do you like 24%? Well, me, I like 50% per year. So why would I do this? But wait, you're new here, so wait. It gets worse. It does. Let's go over to Yahoo Finance, and we're going to put Realty, and we're going to take a look at how wonderful Realty is when it comes to paying their dividends. Okay, now, Realty goes all the way back until 2011. So 2011 means it's only 13 years of dividends. Well, that's not 20. Remember, I like 20 years of dividends, and there are plenty of companies out there that do have 20 years of increased dividends. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, 2011, 14 cents. 2012, 15. 2013, 18. 2014, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's not good. 18. 2015, 18. 2016, 19. 20, 21. Wait a minute. 17, 21. 18, 21. 19, 22. 20, 23. 21, 23. 25, 26. Okay, so they haven't increased their dividends since 2023. Okay. So, you got a 26-cent dividend. That's when Trump was in office, right? I have no idea what we're talking about, Fish. Let me go back and see if I have any of these questions. Okay. Bro, you got to turn the brightness on the TV down. Yeah. That's no. What the hell was he thinking? We haven't gotten to that part yet. Lion Turtle. President Trump, do you think that has to do with its business? Let's just hold off on that question for a bit. Let's go to the summary on O Realty. So here's the summary on O Realty. So if you really like O Realty, number one, it only has 13 years of increased dividends. Did your trade in Bloomberg Terminal? Your trade in Bloomberg Terminal. I have no idea. I don't do Bloomberg. Sorry. So anyway, O Realty only pays out 5% a year. So why would you invest in O Realty if it only pays 5% a year? Okay, number one, it's a monthly. That's a no. Number two, it only has 13 years of increased dividends. Okay, that doesn't work for me. If you like 13 years, more power to you. Number four is the rate of return you're getting when you invest your money into O Realty is only around 3%. Or was that 3% a year? Was it 5% a year? So it's still a no for me. I still don't like it. The numbers don't work for me. All right, that being said, let's get back to the list of what stocks are coming up for consideration for this upcoming week. AVGO. AVGO. Broadcom, 173. Check it out. Here's the high, here's the low. Look at the movement. Isn't that lovely? That's where it was, that's where it is. Look, up, down, with 173. Currently, the 172.5 is going for 440. That one right there is about 2%. A 2% trade for AVGO. If you like AVGO. That's a big question. Okay, always ask that question. Do I like this company, and do I like this company at this price? Well, look at what the stock is doing. It's a nice upward trend. All right, well, let's look at here what has happened in the last few days. That TV is older than, oh, what does that got to do with anything? Don't know. See, I grew up in a time frame where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, I'd still be using a black and white TV with the rabbit ears if they'd let me. But no, they don't. Because they don't support that kind of technology anymore. Alrighty then. Alright, we're on the 27th. Here we go. Here's the last 30 days for AVGO. Pay close attention to what the movement looks like. Say 30 days ago, we're at 178. We dropped down to 166, shoot up to 186. Back down, back up, back down. Here's a new bottom here at 169, and she's going to the upside. Well, great. Tomorrow will be a good indicator whether or not we are in an opportunity. Okay? So if it is a buying opportunity, tomorrow will be another up day. And then at 173, be looking at 2% on AVGO. If you like AVGO, because that's always a big question. Do I like this company? Me too, just putting the youthfulness on, oh, didn't mean to offend you. Yep, got that. Regarding the chart you're showing, Regarding the chart you're showing, how would you describe your method? What are the indicators? Thanks. Satisfying slime time. My indicators. Are you ready for this? Indicator number one. Consistent dividend increases. Oh, check it out. Hollywood's on the premises. Hollywood, what's happening? M-O-M. I can't even read that, dude, but pleased to meet you. Hello, Mr. Divid. Cool beans. Okay, so as I was saying, what are my indicators? Indicator number one, consistent dividend increases. That's number one. Number two, weekly options. That's it. Consistent dividend increases and weekly options. It is actually that simple. There's 9,742 different companies you can invest in anytime at all. I only like companies that have increased their dividends for a minimum of 20 years and have weekly options available. So out of 9,742 companies, there's only about 300 that actually fit that description. Thoughts on ENB? Okay, Manny, we're not taking requests today to take a look at anything. Over the week, I accumulate a list of stocks that are up for consideration for next week. So those are the only ones we're going to be going over tonight. Okay, sorry. So next on the list is going to be Dell, D-E-L-L. Now, I do like AVGO, so I'm going to write that one down. Only because I'm looking for it to go up tomorrow. So if it goes up tomorrow, that would be a good thing. My new favorite way to watch your YouTube is on my TV and listening here. Very clear display. That's what I tell everybody. Okay, the screen behind me is live on YouTube. So if you have cable, okay, Comcast, Frontier, or whatever, thanks for your analysis. You're welcome there, Mr. Nick. Okay, next on the list is going to be Dell. D-E-L-L. I like Dell. I do now. Zach McIntosh? I have no idea what you mean. What's this about? Dividend investing for a weekly cash flow for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Got it? Yeah. Adam Devine, how are you? 86. You're here early tonight, dude. Well, cool beans. Try analyzing NVIDIA shares. Okay, I don't do NVIDIA. 2 reasons why I don't do NVIDIA. You ready? Number 1, the book value of NVIDIA is $2. The dividend on NVIDIA is 1 penny. Yeah, those numbers just don't work for me. Oh, got it. You got it. Way to go. Okay. What app you use? Okay, Raymond, this is not an app. This is Thinkorswim. It is a trading platform offered through Charles Schwab. Let's take a look at Dell, see what it looks like. Here's our high for the year, low, where it was a year ago, where it is now. Look at the movement. Up, down, up. Cool. I like it. What's a credit spread? Satisfying slime time. Credit spread? I don't teach that here, but I do like the strategy. I do. I love a credit spread. I also like a debit spread too, but I don't teach them here. I teach only one strategy here. That is the covered call against the dividend stock at the right time. It's a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week that comes to over 50% per year. Do you dislike Michael Saylor? I have no idea who Michael Saylor is, so I can't answer that question. Sorry, just joined. You like TSM? Yes, I do, but we're not looking at that today. Today we're looking at those companies that we've accumulated over the week. Okay? So, Dell. Hi. She goes up, pulls back up again to 123. The 123 is going for 249. That is 2%. If you like Dell, I like Dell. So let's take a look. A year ago, Dell was at the bottom of the year, 63.72. She shoots up to 180, drops back down to 90, back up to 129, and now we are currently at 122.86. Well, check this out. She goes up, down, down. Now she's going to the upside. I love 2 days to the upside. Look at 1 day, Thursday, 2 days, Friday. Awesome place to jump in. Now, what does Dell normally do this time of year? Well, for that, we look at the seasonality chart. Now, for those of you not familiar with a seasonality chart, well, it shows you how a stock moves predictably over the course of a year. January 1st, all the way to the left. December 31st, all the way here to the right. The blue line represents movement for this year. This blue dot was Friday, Okay, the red line represents what it normally does this time of year. I used to work at Dell. Best, funnest job I ever had. All right, Al, cool. So, what does Dell usually do this time of year? Well, it looks like it still goes up. From January to December, a nice slow upward trend. So I like Dell. Dell made lower lows in 30 days. Does that scare you? Hold on one second. All right. No, it doesn't scare me at all. Okay, what I'm looking for specifically is a predictable movement. How do you find predictable movements? Well, the funny thing is, investors have certain things in mind. Well, most investors want to make money. So when the stock goes up, there's usually what's called profit taking. When you have profit taking, the stock drops. When it gets to a low, that's when people start buying, so then it runs back up again. And when it gets to a high, people start selling and taking their profits again. And then it drops back down again. It gets to a certain point where it turns around, goes back up. That's where we are at this moment in time. Okay, one up. Owner of MSTR. Oh, I feel bad for you. Highest yielding company on the market. Unfortunately, it's not a weekly. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what that means. You want me to take a look at it? I don't like MSTR. Okay, they don't have 20 years of increased dividends, so it's going to be a no. And weekly option. TLTEX dividend is this week. I kind of want to buy 100 shares and sell the 90s. Coach Joel B., how are you today? Now, Coach Joel, we're on Dell at the moment. So if you sit tight, we'll take a look at it really quickly. But let's finish up with Dell. I like Dell. Look, up, down, up, down, up. That's what stocks normally do. They go up, they go down. That's about it. Up, down, up, down. Well, currently it's in an uptrend right now. All right? And we looked at the seasonality. Seasonality says she goes up in the fourth quarter. Well, great. That's where we are. So let's take a look at the numbers. The 123s. So let's take a quick gander at what a 123 covered call would look like. Well, the 123s is right here. And then I want to buy it at the market first thing in the morning. Just 100 shares. Because if I put in 1,000, you guys might freak out about the numbers. We don't want that. So here's what it sounds like. Buy one covered call on Dell 100s. Those are the weeklies. 1 November 24. That's this coming Friday, which means anytime between Monday and Friday, whoever buys this option from me, okay, has the right, not the obligation, has the right to buy it anytime before it expires on Friday afternoon. Okay, so what am I collecting on this one contract? $315. Okay, 1 November 24th, that's this Friday. The 123 call strike against Dell stock at the market order, first thing in the morning. Okay, here's my break even, 119.84. 315 is the maximum on this trade. Now, the number's already there. I already know what I'm going to be making. When I say I like to know what my profit is going to be before I even buy it. Well, safe, consistent, predictable, okay? No way to lose trade. Well, if I know what my trade is, I know what's going to cost me before I even do it, well, that's better for me. All right, so my maximum trade, 315.50. 315.50, and what is it costing me? It's costing me $11,985. Okay, that's 2.6%. I don't know about you, but I like 2.6%. Okay, I already have it written down for tomorrow, so there you have it. All right, so let's keep on going. 52 more questions. Come on, guys. Let's get some of these stocks done. Milton, what is your strategy for the turnaround price? 2 up candles? Absolutely. Satisfying slime time. If I already own 100 shares of stock, can I sell one call option? Or does it automatically give it away if it expires? No, 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 no. Okay, so what never changes is where you jumped on the merry-go-round. Let me explain what I mean by that. Let's get rid of this stuff. Okay, so what do I mean by jumping on the merry-go-round? Well, this is basically just a big hole game. Okay, the stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up, stocks go down. That's what they do. People buy, people sell. People make money, people lose money. It's a game, just like Monopoly. All right, if I buy it at 123, the purchase price I pay for it never changes. It always stays the same. So if I own a stock, well, I own it at a certain price. Whether I buy this one tomorrow morning at 123, whether you own some shares at whatever you own it for. Okay, there's a lot of balancing here. So, what did you buy it for? Where is it currently? What is the closest strike price? Not putting you into a position where you might lose. Okay, there's a little bit of a balancing. It's a little bit of a math problem, but you can, if you own stock, you can sell an option against it. But always be leery. What did you buy it for? What strike price are you selling? Okay, strike price are you selling? What premium are you collecting? And then you just keep an eye on the chart. Where is it moving to? Okay, so Monday she'll start to move. Which way is it going to go? Up, down, where? And then come Friday, before the option expires, well, is it wise to let it expire? Is it wise to let the stocks get taken away from you? Okay, is it wise to roll it forward? There's a few questions that we can't answer today, but we can answer them better Friday just before the market opens. My goal, my preference, is to buy first thing Monday morning, sell a covered call first thing Monday morning, and then catch that premium of 1% or higher. That gives me a safe, predictable, simple 1% per week, and that's what I'm looking for. So let's go see if we have some more questions. We got 41 questions. I like Dell. Unfortunately, bought at 138 in June. Satisfying a sliding time. What will? I'm not quite sure what you mean by what will. Question. Okay. All right. What will you be buying Monday morning? Well, that's what we're trying to go over now. I have a list of 30 stocks that we accumulated over the week. I do this every single night. Every single night we take a look and we say, ooh, that looks good. Let me check it next week. Let me check it in 2 weeks. Because when a stock goes up, well, that's a great time to buy it. But what happens when the stock starts to turn around and start coming back down? Well, I like the stock, but it doesn't look good this week. It might look good next week or the week after. So I write it down. So like to look at the stocks I wrote down over the last 2 weeks to find out how do they look today. So let's do that. Kerry Dills, how are you doing? Now, Coach Joel, you bought it at 138. Okay, so hypothetically, if I bought it at 138 and it's currently at 122, okay, 122, well, what's so bad about selling the 126s and catching 122 per share? Well, the 126s are right up here. Now, if you look at it every single day like I do, I look at it twice a day, once in the morning with my morning trading group and once at night with you guys. So I look at my stocks twice a day during the week. All right, so let's keep moving forward. That is Dell. Dell is on my list for tomorrow, just in case you were wondering. 65 more questions. Holy cow. How deep, Wolf? Okay, I don't know what that means, but alrighty. What I mean is on Dell, if it was 315, if you did 500 shares, you would get 1545 premium. Well, that's correct. I'm getting a little confused with the ITM, in the money. When we buy a stock, it will say that it is at a lower price than the actual price. Can you help clearing that up? All right, Adam Devine, are you ready? This is really not that difficult. For some strange reason, adults have a tendency to make this more complicated than it needs to be. Do you see the difference between this blue up here and the black down here? Okay, where they come together, that is called at the money. Okay, when you go further up, that is called in the money. When you go further down, that is called out of the money. On the put side, it's the exact opposite. The blue or the purple is in the money, the black is out of the money. At the money is right at the line. The 123, the 123 is right at the line, 249, that's about a 2% trade. However, as the stock goes up or down, the option price changes also. So I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but hopefully that helped out. So Mike, what I mean is on Dell, what? No, it was 315. You did 500 shares, you get $1,500 premium. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but okay. Thoughts on Dell? We're looking at Dell at the moment. Yes, sold $1,000 on Dell calls since I bought it at 38. So 128 is break even at the moment. Well, that's cool beans. Okay. I mean, is it really going to hit the 128? 128's up here. Okay. That's a long way to go. As long as you're keeping an eye on it every day. If you get closer, if the stock price goes up, it gets closer to your 128, always check the dates. Because if you sell this week's coming up, which is week 44, okay, 1st of November, if you sell this one, okay, if it gets close to your 128, you can roll it forward into next week and change it from 128 to 129 or 130, because you have that opportunity to do so. But make sure you never get to a point where your option can expire on a Friday and you being in the money, because then you'll be losing, and that's rule number 2. All right, so next on the list is IBM. Now, we looked at IBM 2 weeks ago and we said it would drop, and it did. So take a look at the big drop that it just had. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, up. It had a big drop on, was that Wednesday? So let's take a quick look at it. 138 was like in June, yeah. All right, so IBM, we're going to push that off till next week, and the reason being, no, IBM. So the reason why we're pushing IBM off, well, look at where it is. Okay? What we want to find is 2 days to the upside. Can you explain how close or no close we should at the strike price? Andrea, well, when you're jumping into a stock, when you're first buying it, it should be right at the money. Okay, so this right here, 214 is at the money. Okay, that's the current purchase price. At the money would be the 212 or the 215, one or the other. 215 would probably be the closest one at the money. And that's going for 208 to 249. You're barely getting your 1%. But if you own the stock already from like a week ago, well, a week ago it was 236. Okay, the 236 probably have no value to them. 86, Mike, 315 premium for one call, 5-ish, 1500, okay. Someone, okay, someone, I can't read that, dude, terribly sorry. I mean, I'm reading it, but I don't understand it. Yes, scroll up, I said 138 last June. I got it. So 138, I forget which one, Andrea, thanks James, I made a mistake and did a call 2 weeks out and they took my shares. Oh no, Andrea, we were talking about, but you made money. We were talking about that on Friday. We actually looked at your stocks. How did that happen? Anyway, let's keep progressing. So IBM is going to be a no. We're going to write it down for next week because what it looks like, as soon as we find 2 days to the upside, that'd be a perfect opportunity to jump in. It's just not at the moment. How's BFLY? BFLY. It's at 182. And that's not something we normally trade. Okay, someone. Oh, I can't. Okay. Okay, I can't read that, dude. Terribly sorry. English, if you don't mind. And I don't have a translator here. Okay, YouTube doesn't translate that well. I mean, not live, it doesn't translate. Can we look at CVS? Okay, Andrea, I really want to go through the list that we accumulated over the week. Okay, remember the list that we accumulated over the week? Okay, that was IBM. Home Depot is next. Home Depot. Okay, that's cool. All right. Someone have a wonderful day. All righty. So let's take a quick look at Home Depot. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. That's where it is. Look, up, down, up, back down again. We're at 398. The 400s are going for 410. That's well over 1%. Okay, great. Well, what does the numbers look like? Well, a year ago, we're at 173. Shoots up to 396. Drops back down to 322. The high of the year was 2 weeks ago at 421.86. Last 30 days. Here's your last 30 days. Look, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. How deep in the money would you see McDonald's for 1%? Mickey D's is having an issue at the moment. Okay, I'm going to hold up right now for a second. Let's finish up with Home Depot. Okay, so we have our 3 days to the upside for Home Depot. But the question still remains. Do you like Home Depot at $400 a share? If Walmart drops more and then has 2 days up, would you consider a call option? Hold that thought for Wally World, because Wally World is not on our list for this week. So I like Home Depot. What does Home Depot usually do this time of year? Well, this time of year, Home Depot you can't really mistake that for very much. Okay? She goes sideways for a bit and then just go up for the rest of the year. Okay, so the last 2 months of the year is consistently up for Home Depot. Well, I like Home Depot. I'll put that on my list. Home Depot. Okay, so Dar Van Devalt wants to take a look at Mickey D's MCD. Yeah, dude, you gotta wait a little bit longer. See, look, here's your 30-day high, which was Monday. Wednesday was a 30-day bottom. 1 day to the upside. This one just pulled right back down again. It's going to take a while for them to clear up this mess. However, if you like McDonald's, might be an interesting situation. 292 is going for 570. That is well over 2%. Okay? But is it the right time to buy it? Well, 30-day bottoms are always a great time to buy, but is it the 30-day bottom? Because Wednesday was the 30-day bottom, the new one, and Thursday was up. Friday pulled back down again. So what's going to happen on Monday? Monday would be a good, kind of like a tiebreaker. Is she going to confirm that this is the bottom and they fixed the problem, so now it's going to go to the upside? I don't know. We'll see Monday afternoon. Alrighty? Now, I had somebody want to take a look at something over here. Walmart drops. Okay, Wally World. WMT. Hell no. Okay, look at that. Okay, the high of the year was Wednesday. Thursday's a little bit down. Friday's a little bit down. This thing's going to come down quite a bit before it's an opportunity to jump in. Satisfying slime time. If Walmart drops, we already did that one. And I don't buy call options, sorry. All right, so let's keep on keeping 84 questions. Holy cow, you guys just keep coming up with questions. Home Depot has a shot up due to 2 big storms in a row. Lots of sales next quarter, probably. I think they have earnings this week. Does Wally World have earnings this week? What about GM? Okay, Josh, we're trying to stick to the list for coming up stocks this week that are up for consideration. Okay, General Motors is not there, but let's take a quick gander at General Motors because I like it so much. It's going to be a no. Look where it is. Okay, the high was on Thursday. Got a low on Friday. Got a long way to go before it actually comes up for consideration again. Becca Makawa, how are you today? All right, let's keep on going. Home Depot. Caterpillar. Ooh, C-A-T. Caterpillar. Yeah, too close to the high. Sometimes you seem angry. Sorry to trigger you. Dude, you get... I don't get angry that much. And I definitely don't do that trigger crap. You know, I come from an age where, you know, it is what it is. You know, if we have issues, we go outside. Okay? Like Paul Grant, Google is not on the list. Yeah, the reason Google is not on the list, they paid 1 dividend so far. That's it. Or it may have been 2. Yeah, it's been 2 dividends all Google has paid. I like 2 decades. So they have 19 years and 6 months to go before Google makes it onto my list. Sorry, I like companies that are consistently profitable and share their profits. Okay, so Caterpillar. The last 30 days, 378, shoots up to 404, drops back down to 382. 1 day to the upside. I like 2 days to the upside. We're currently at 386, a little out of my price range. The 385s are going for 10. Wow, that's crazy. And the 387s are going for 8. Well, those numbers are just freaking ridiculous. They're huge. Is GEF on the list? No. Black Eyed Joe. GEF is not on the list. Sorry about that. I can't afford Home Depot. Well, don't be buying Home Depot. Okay? There are a lot of stocks out there. Now, I can't afford Home Depot myself. I stay stocks 250 and below. Caterpillar is out of my price range, depending on what strategy I use, of course. All right, next on the list. Well, of course, we got to throw Lowe's in there. If you're going to look at Home Depot, you might as well look at Lowe's too. So Lowe's, check it out. Here's the high, here's the low. Went up, down to what, 267. The 267s, they're going for 320. That's over 1%. Look where the little pullback is right there. What does that look like? Okay, here's the last 30 days. What a buying opportunity this is. Check it out. 30 days ago, we're at 267. She goes up 274, drops to 263, shoots up to 287, then drops back down to 267. So it goes from 287 to 267. That's a $20 drop. Okay, $20 drop. Well, I like 2 days to the upside. So it's not quite today, but Lowe's might be a good candidate for next week. So I'm going to write Lowe's on next week's list. Okay. Ooh, ExxonMobil. XOM. Now, I like ExxonMobil. Let's check out the numbers. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, this is where it is. Look at this, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now it's coming back down again. Now, the last trade was 119. Okay, the market maker has it at 120.30 and 120.47. So the market maker is going to push this up tomorrow. Okay, so if we're pushing this thing up tomorrow, what is that going to look like? Well, the last 30 days, maybe. Depends on how you want to interpret those numbers. Okay, but look at the numbers. Okay, 30 days ago, 113. Jumps up to 126. That's a $13 increase, a 10% increase. Pull back, up, back, gap down, channel to the side a little bit. We're currently at 119. Well, Thursday was the bottom. Friday was a little higher. If Monday is high, which the market maker looks like he's trying to push it up. Okay, that boy, AMZN is Amazon. That's going to be a no. Amazon doesn't have dividends, which means they don't share their profits. Why would I want to jump into a company that doesn't share their profits? That's a no for me. If you like Amazon, more power to you. I like dividends because it tells me when a stock is going to move. Adam, does that mean they will start tomorrow up, or it will push up throughout the day? See that, Adam, I honestly don't know the answer to that question because the market maker has already set these numbers. Okay, he set them on Friday. Well, he has the whole weekend to decide what he wants to do. Usually he pushes it up. Is it going to gap up or go up? Don't know. But it is going to the upside tomorrow, hypothetically speaking. Now, just because the market maker is going to push it up, well, you have us, the buyers and the sellers. We decide, whether it's going to go higher or lower. The market maker, he's just the guy at the starting line, draws a line in the sand and say, this is where we're starting from today. That's what the market maker does. Okay, Google, I don't do Google because they don't pay dividends. Well, actually, they just started. Snow doesn't pay a dividend. It's going to be a no for this strategy. Thanks, 86. That's a no. That boy. So you're looking at dividends as a tool to guide in price action. That boy, you're almost 100% accurate. Now, if you take a look at stocks, okay, all these little green dots represent the EX dividend date. Stocks have a tendency to go up in price just before the EX date. Now, there's 4 dates to remember. The announcement date, that's when the company says, hey, this is what we're paying. This is when we're paying it. The announcement date, date number 1. Date number 2, the most important date for me and for this strategy is the EX dividend date. That's the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. That is represented by these little green dots. Okay? So if I take these out, like so, these are all the companies that are paying a dividend. Okay, I can't even begin to read them all. 44 on this day, 135 on that day, so on and so forth. It's mellow. It's me, Lloyd. Okay, they do. I'm not quite sure with that. 86, thank you for that. I see. All right. Does SPY 500 pay? No. State ref, it does not. As a matter of fact, SPY is one of the worst ones I can think of at this moment. What do I think about Apple? Well, I actually have some Apple, but that's not what we're talking about. We're only going to cover tonight just the stocks that we've picked up over the last 2 weeks. You will see that in my little book here, okay, you will see all the stocks that you guys have me take a look at. Okay, every night, you guys have me take a look at stocks over and over and over again. So tonight, we're looking at just the ones we picked up along the week. I got a good dividend for Apache. Profits taken before. Okay, got it. Crude oil and be inspired. Okay, lovely. Smello, fairly strict with the strategy. Just filling you in. All right. Was that Atari highlighted in pink? No. Anyway, let's keep on moving. We're going to move forward with, where are we? X on the mobile. So as I was saying, the 6th page, sorry dude, there's so many pages here. Okay. This is from the beginning of the year. Okay. Every single page has dozens and dozens of stocks on there for me to look at. So when I look at a stock, I look at ExxonMobil. Okay, great. Here's the high, here's the low. Look at this movement. The 30-day new bottom is right here on Thursday. Friday was an up day. Well, great. What's Monday going to look like? So ExxonMobil's a possibility. Yeah, I see Atari was on there. It probably was. Fairly good strategy. Yep. Okay, so that being said, hey, check it out. Apple is next on the list. So do I like ExxonMobil? Well, I kind of do, because if you take a look at where the high is, she came down, went up, gap down. Gaps have a tendency to fill, so this gap is going to fill. Okay, at the 122, 123 area. Currently, we're at 119. So the market maker is going to push it up tomorrow. So that is the opportunity to jump in, because Friday was an up day, and it looks as if Monday is going to be an up day. So we'll put ExxonMobil on the list. All right, Halliburton. Okay, DVA, I like Halliburton, I do. So let's take a quick look at Halliburton. I do own some Halliburton, just in case you were curious. Okay, Halliburton, high, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the movement? Down, up, down. It's currently at 28.44. The 28.50s are going for 37 cents. Now, do you like Halliburton at this price? Look, the high's right here at 41.50. The bottom's at 27.50. Well, look at the movement lately. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Well, great. That's an awesome place to be. I'm going to write Halliburton down also. H-A-L. What does Halliburton normally do this time of year? Oh, that's going to reverse into a nice put. Probably pump. You got it? Cool. Google's going to be a no. Sorry, Fano. Sweetie Swag, can you set an order now instead of waiting till Monday if you see a good price? Well, absolutely. Well, let's do one right now. We'll do one on Halliburton, because Halliburton has a nice setup. Check it out. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. 28.25, 28.38, 28.44. Both of them are higher than the close. There's another instance where the market maker looks like he's going to push it up. So if he pushes it up, that's 2 days to the upside. Okay, the 28.50s are going for 37. Okay, so that being said, let's actually do a quick trade. Sweetie Swag, we're going to do a quick trade on Halliburton. You ready? First thing I want to do is change this to a covered stock. I like the 28.50s. That's right here. Do you go all in, or do you DK? Okay, no. 98% of all my money is invested at all times. So do I go all in? 98%. Thoughts on Hershey? Hershey, we'll take a look at that in a little bit, but at the moment, we'll take a look. So we're looking at Halliburton at the moment. Now, I decided that Halliburton 28.50 is a good deal. Okay, 28.44 is the current price. Okay, so if I'm buying some shares of that, selling the 28.50s, that's going to be a market order, and let's do just 100 so people get more comfortable with the idea, and confirm and send. This is what it sounds like. Are you ready? Buy one covered call on Halliburton 100s. Those are the weeklies. 1 November 24th. That's this coming Friday. Okay, the 28.50 call on Halliburton at the market price to open for the day. So as soon as the market opens, this trade is going to be sitting there waiting for the market maker. So at 9:31, I will be the proud owner of 100 shares. Okay, so my maximum profit is $50.50. See that right there? Max profit. Grab out my calculator. $50.50. What is the trade costing me? Halliburton has earnings on November 7th. Could go up or down, but way up or way down, maybe. Okay, I get that. Really, I do. Okay, I like looking at the stock. I like looking at the whole picture. I don't pay attention to earnings. Last week, we saw Harley-Davidson have positive earnings and the stock went down. We saw another company have positive earnings and the stock went up. Where's the rhyme or reason? There isn't any. I don't do earnings, I just do dividends, because dividends have a tendency to make the stock go up. And that's more consistent. I love consistency and predictability. I like to have the odds in my favor. So this trade we're looking at right now, Halliburton, the maximum profit is $50.50. Well, what is it costing me? It's costing me $2,800 to buy 100 shares of Halliburton. So each contract is worth 50 bucks. It may not sound like a lot, but if you're buying it at 28 and you're selling it at 28, well, where's your risk? Okay, you always have to ask yourself, do I know who this company is? Does it make sense for me to buy Halliburton? Well, for me it is. I don't ever buy anything I don't understand. I understand Halliburton. So I'm going to divide this by my purchase price, $2,800. Okay, and that gives me 1.8%. So here's the drawbacks, because there are drawbacks. Okay, then if you like the trade, you send it. Okay, now it's sent. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, Halliburton, if I like it, all right, here's the 30-day high, here's a 30-day bottom. I love a 30-day high coming down to a 30-day bottom, because when it's up at 31.50, people are saying, well, damn, I'm taking my profits. So it goes from 31.50 all the way down to 27.50. That's a $4 drop. Now you may think $4 is not a lot, but $4 is about a 13% drop. Okay? A 10% drop would be 27 cents. But this one is a little bit more. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. Thoughts on Hershey. Mr. Steele, your things. Okay, Hershey. H-S-A-Y, Hershey. Okay, that's a tough one. Take a look at all that movement. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 184, 181. Wow, that's a big spread. Okay, so the 181s, the 180s are going for 2. I'd lose $4. Hell no. Those numbers just don't make sense. I hate it when the market maker does that. I'm about to chew. Okay. Alrighty, anyway. So, do I like it? Well, look at where it is recently. Look at that high right here at 206. It drops all the way down to 281. 2 days to the upside. Now, this is the bottom of the year. Bottom of the quarter. Okay? Now, that's the best time to buy, is at the bottom. But do you like it? Well, let's take a look. What does Hershey normally do this time of year? Is it a time of year for Hershey stock to go up? Not yet. Okay? Take a look. The blue line represents this year. The red line represents 10 years worth of data. Look, she always goes up in the first week of February. Well, what's happening in February? Well, you got Easter right around the corner, and you got Valentine's Day. Halliburton, for example, which strike would you select? We already took a look at Halliburton. More than likely the 59s, wasn't it? H-A-L. Whoops. definitely be the 28s on Halliburton. In my humble, that's what I would pick, the 28s, because right now it's at 28.44. The 28s are selling for 62. The 28.50s are selling for 37. I don't know. That's a tough choice. Probably the 28.50s, because here's where we are now. Okay, she's bouncing off of this 30-day bottom here, going to the upside. The market maker's already decided that he's going to increase it first thing in the morning. That's just my opinion. Okay, so we looked at Hershey. Let's get back to my list. My list next is Apple. AAPL. Apple. Now, just to let you know, I already do have some Apple. Now, look at your high right there, 237. We hit it in July. We hit it again in October. The bottom, 165. Okay, so 165 is your bottom. Your top, 235. What direction is she going? Going to the upside. Well, let's jump into that last 30 days. Well, that last 30 days, I don't know. Unless you really like Apple. Because look, 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom, 214. Jumps up, pulls back, jumps up, pulls back. Now she's got 2 days to the upside. All right, 228 was last Wednesday. Now we're at 231. Yep. All right, well, hold the phone. Do you see this right here? 231.41. That's the last price. 230.93. Well, that's lower. 231. That's lower. So the market maker is going to push it back on Monday. So no to Apple. Bristol Myers Squibb, BMY. Interesting. High low what's the direction? Channeled, dropped, up, channeled again. 51.80. 2%. Cool beans. I like 2%. So let's take a gander at that. Alrighty, Sweetie Swag, Johnson Controls. Can you set an order instead of waiting for? Yes, you can. Johnson Controls. We're not going to look at that one. DVN, Tari. Sorry, Tari. We're just trying to stick to the list that is coming up for consideration for next week. Ford dividend is 5.4%. Are they trying to get people to buy? Peyton, hold that thought with Ford. We'll take a look at Ford after we do this because Ford's one of my favorite. Okay, so let's take a look. The high of the year, 55.14. The bottom of the year, 39.42. Last 30 days. Yeah, this is going to be a no, only because look at where the chart is. 30-day bottom was 30 days ago at 49. Shoots up to 54. Drops back down, back up, back down, back up, back down. Yeah, Bristol Myers Squibb going to have to be another week or two. So let's take 2 weeks for now. BMY. So we'll look at it another week, not this week. Okay, so Ford. Someone was curious about Ford. All right, well, here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, down, up. We're at 11.12. The 11s are going for 48. Take the 12 cents off of that, that's 36. That's over 3%. Well, hell, I'm going to write Ford down at 3%, but wait. Let's take a look at the last 30 days. Yeah, no, not going to do it. Sorry. Okay, so 30 days ago, we're at 1080. We dropped down to 1030. Shoot up to 1132. So the 11s. All right. I'm going to write Ford down for next week. All right. So it doesn't look that glamorous because Friday was the 30-day high. I don't like buying at a 30-day high. I like it to pull back, turn around, and go back up again. So I'm going to write forward for 2 weeks from today. Give it some time for it to make its move. And let's move on to the next one. Comcast, CMCSA. High, low, was, is, what's the direction? Up, down, channel, and up. 41.70 to 42 is going 87. That's 2%. Shit, I'm writing that sucker down. But before I do, let's look at the numbers. Okay, the high for the year was back in February, beginning of February at 47. The bottom was the end of April at 36.40. Okay, last 30 days. Unfortunately, it's going to be a no. Okay, down, here's the 30-day bottom, shoots up, here's the 30-day top, down, new bottom, 1 day up, 2 days up, 3 days up, 4 days up. Can it still go up? Maybe. The 41.70, the 42s are going for over 2%. Okay, what does Comcast usually do this time of year? Okay, that's a good, well, holy shit, look at that. Look at that. Okay, this is where we are right now. Okay? So, by not this week, but next week, look at that. Comcast shoots up nicely next week. Not this week, not tomorrow, but the week after. So I'm going to put Comcast at the top of the list. CMCSA. For not this week coming up, but next week. Yeah, that's the week of the 5th, I believe. All right. For dividend, yep, got that. What if Halliburton gaps up before you can buy? Well, then that's going to be a no. Crude oil. Okay, THE, crude oil. I have no idea what crude oil means. Terry Smith, he will look at it open, I'm sure. Yeah, more than likely we'll look at it as it opens in the morning. Because remember, I got a morning trading group that meets every single morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 a.m. We take a look at our current positions, and then we take a look at anything that is up for consideration Monday morning before the market opens. So as the market opens, we can see, because as soon as the market opens, all these numbers are going to change. Once these numbers change, then we see if it's still a good deal. Because just because the numbers now look favorable, it doesn't mean tomorrow morning when the market opens and we come up with new numbers, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same. They usually are, or close to it. So I like Comcast, not for this week, but for next week. Okay? So hypothetically speaking, here's where we are now. More than likely, she should, because Thursday was a down day and Friday was a down day. Even though they have higher bottoms and it looks like it's going up, they're still to the downside. So we will see what happens. All right, next on my list, ALB, Albemarle. ALB. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, it's where it was, it's where it is. Easy to see that. Okay, up, down, channeling, dropping, increasing. 94.20, the 94s are going for 235, the 95s are going for 191. Both of those, I love those premiums on Albemarle. Now, if you didn't know, if you've been following me long enough, Albemarle is one of the few companies I actually lost money on this year. So maybe I might jump into Albemarle again to maybe decrease that loss, maybe make a little profit off of it. Who knows? Okay, Jose, you want to look at CSIQ? I've never heard of them. So more than likely, Canadian Solar. Okay, so let's see. CSIQ, see how well they've increased their dividends. They don't have dividends. Sorry, dude, that's going to be a no. Okay, no dividends, no thank you. No options, no thank you. No weeklies, no thank you. Okay, so let's keep on going. Nike. All right, we're not going to look at Nike because we already have a list for us to take a look at. Okay. Book M Dano. Oh, Bookem Dano. JMIA. Yeah. Sorry, never heard of them. Okay, Unique Rocks and Minerals. Wow, where were you when I was selling a box of rocks? I mean, minerals. Literally, mineral core samples. Had a whole shitload of them. Actually, still have a whole bunch trying to get rid of. If you're interested, of course. All right, CSIQ is going to be a no. Next on my list, Albemarle. What we're looking at, ALB. Let's finish it up. Last 30 days for Albemarle is looking like it's going to be a no until it turns. I don't know. Okay, down, big gap up, the gap filled. Okay, here's the top here. Now she's going down. That's a pretty good bottom right there. Let's read some of them, just for the fun of it. The 17th, 93.20. 92.99. 92.94. 93.44. 93.14. 93.07. So it looks like it's not dropping below 93. So that could be a good indication when you have support like this. Okay, that's a good opportunity to jump in. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days in a row. Well, not in a row because one day was a little bit up. But 6 days within the last 2 weeks, this thing wouldn't drop below 93. Okay, so what's the market maker have? Ooh, check that out. Ooh. Okay, check this out. 93.51 was the last trade on Friday. 93.75, that's higher. 94.20, that's higher. Market maker's going to push this baby up. It could be a great opportunity to jump in. 94s are going for 230. Ooh, nice. I'm going to write that one down. ALB. ALB. Cool beans. All right, so that was Albemarle. Apache's next. APA. APA. Apache. Hi, look at that. 41. The bottom is 23. Then back up again. See that? Down. And then she's moving up. She's at 25.08. So the 25s are going for 47. That works. Let's take a look at the numbers. What's the chart look like? Well, the top was a year ago, 40.89. The bottom was just a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, on the 11th of September. That was 22.73. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Check it out. Okay, here's a low right there. 1 day, 2 days to the upside. And the market maker has it going to the upside first thing tomorrow morning. Hypothetically speaking, based on what the clues he's left over the weekend. Okay, so I like that one. APA, that one's written down. Next on the list is going to be Pepsi. Pepsi, gotta love Pepsi. They've been in business for over 100 years. High, low is, look, that's a big fat channel. Okay? 162, 182, 158, 180, 166, 178, 171. It's in a little bit of a downturn now, so it might not be a good opportunity. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Look at the last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. Okay, down, up, down, up, down. 4 days in a row to the downside. Yeah, so that might be good in about 2 weeks. So I'm going to write, no. That'd be good in about a week because we're waiting. We're waiting to find the bottom. Is Friday the bottom or are we waiting for it to go lower? Well, let's find out. Pepsi. We'll take a look at it again next week. All right. Macy's. Trying to reconnect. Facebook, I never have good check. I never have good luck with Facebook for some strange reason. Okay, so Macy's. High, low, was, is. What's the direction? Up, channeling, down, channeling. Okay? 1543. Well, the 16s are going for 11. That's a no. The 1550s, because right now the last trade was 1539. Well, if she opens up close to that, the 1550 should be 27. So what does it look like? That looks like an invitation right there. Look, 30 days ago we're at 14.95. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Alrighty then. I like Macy's. Wow, we got quite a list to take a look at tomorrow. All right, next on the list, Foot Locker. Okay, Foot Locker. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down. We're currently at 24.13. The 24 is going for 65. The 24.50s are going for 40. Cool. Either one of those would work. Even the 25s. Nice. Look at those premiums. 4 of them right in a row. Get you more. Oh, Miguel. Muchas gracias, senor. All right. Anyway, let's keep on going. A year ago, we have the bottom at 1951. That was a year ago. Way over there. Okay. A year ago. Way over there. Okay. Shoots up. Here's the top. 35.67. That was the end of February. Okay, last 30 days. Okay, check that out. Last 30 days, the 30-day high was 27, drops down to 22.40, shoots back up, drops back down. Thursday was a new bottom. Well, look at Friday. Friday's the upside. Right? What's the market maker going to do tomorrow? Don't know, but it might be worth looking into. That would be FL, Foot Locker. Add that one to the list. Ooh, British Petroleum. Interesting numbers. Okay, take a look at that. British Petroleum. High, low, was, is. What's the direction? Sideways, up, down, sideways again. We're at 31.50. Uh-oh. There it is again. 31.52 is the last trade. 31.60 by 31.75. Market maker's going to push this baby up. What are we looking at? The 32s, 44 cents, well over 1%. There's another one. BP, British Petroleum. Nice. Okay, a year ago we were at 39. The high of the year was the beginning of April at $40.50. Look at the bottom. Look at that movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, cool. Alrighty, so that being said, 30 days ago, right there, last 30 days, okay, 31 to 33 to 30, back to 31.80, back down, back up. Cool, British Petroleum on the list. Cool beans. I like British Petroleum. Why the hell not? What does it normally do this time of year? No. I'm going to cross British Petroleum off. Okay, look what it normally does this year. It's where we are right now. So usually this time of year she drops and keeps on going. The second week of November. That is just after the election. Can you imagine that? British Petroleum usually hits the bottom second, the week of the election. Okay, not next week. Okay, the week after. Yeah. Okay, so that's British Petroleum. Alrighty. Next on the list, ooh, Citigroup. Citigroup, big C. High of the year, low of the year. Look at this. Jumps up, goes sideways. Current 61.76 to 62 is going for 79. Cool beans. Let's take a look at this right here to see if it is a good opportunity or not. Okay, that being said, a year ago, we're at 38. The high of the year was in the middle of July, and that was 67.68. Drops right here, but that's in August, 53, up, down, okay, last 30 days. Yeah, okay, this is going to be put off until next week, reason being, look at where we were. 62, drops down to 61, shoots up to 67, drops back to 61.50, back up, back down, so it's still coming to the downside. Gonna have to find a new bottom, probably the 61 area, and that will probably be sometime this week, maybe. Who knows? Okay, ConocoPhillips. ConocoPhillips. High low was the direction down, up, down, up, down. 105. Okay. Pushing this one up, the 105s are going for 181, the 106 is going for 140, the 107 is going for 106. So that's four strike prices right there that will give you over 1% if you like ConocoPhillips. That's always the big question. Okay, question number one, or rule number one, never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand it, don't buy it. Well, ConocoPhillips, we know who those are. Phillips 66, you see those gas stations everywhere. Okay? So currently, you got 4 strikes. They're actually paying you over 1%. Well, that's always a good thing, right? I love over 1%. Okay? That being said, let's keep taking a gander. All right. A year ago, 117.60. The top was 134.73. Live visibility restriction. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because it may contain unoriginal or unproduced content. This is a line with which you feed eligibility standards under our community guidelines. Well, I'm not quite sure what the hell that means. The notice is unclear. I'm still not sure why I got this restriction. Okay. All right. So I'm not 100% sure what the hell they were talking about. I just got a restriction for something. Now, I've been doing the same thing since January. This is the first time I got one of those. All right. So that being said, ConocoPhillips, not bad. A year ago, 117. Tops out 134. That was back in the middle of April. Well, here's the bottom here. 911 on 101. All right, so the last 30 days, right there. Okay, here we are, 30 days ago. 103, jumps up to 116, drops. Your 30-day bottom was there on Thursday. Okay, now we're going one day to the upside. All right, well, tomorrow looks like she's going to pump it up even higher. Okay, when the market maker leaves the numbers on the screen, the last trade, 104.56. The bid, 105. The ask, 105.40. He's giving you a clue that he's going to push it up tomorrow. If he does, that's going to push it up to 2 days to the upside. So I like that idea. So I'm going to put ConocoPhillips down. Now, what does ConocoPhillips usually do this time of year? Basically, just go sideways. See that? No big moves. All right, I like that. Just going to leave it alone. All right, that being said, let's go to the next one. The next one is BBY. Is that Bed Bath & Beyond? Oh, Best Buy. Sorry. Best Buy. Here we go. Bottom, top, bottom, up, down, 93.34. Smack dab in the middle. The 93s are going for 117. The 94s not quite. 93s take 34 after that. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Those numbers just don't work. Sorry. I heard you recommend what? I don't recommend anything. What was that? Someone said something. I heard you recommend Temu stock. No, you did not. Okay, I did not recommend any stock. All right, so Aflac is next. AFL. Aflac. Okay. Interesting. That's going to be a no. Look at this. It's in a downturn at the moment. Okay. We're looking for a new bottom. So we'll put Aflac on a list for sometime next week. What the hell was I thinking? Dude, I have no idea what you were thinking. But okay. Let's take a look at some of these questions. We got 32 questions sitting here. No dividends. That's a no. Okay. Marwan, I have learned a lot from you. Much appreciated. You're welcome there, sir. What kind of stock under 10 bucks would you recommend to dabble in as a low budget newbie? Coal stew. Okay, well, let's go over to here for a second. Oh no. Damn. I don't have my trading account that has all my stocks on it. All right, but there are a bunch of stocks that are under 10 bucks. Okay, you can actually do a scan. As a matter of fact, here we are. Here's the stock screener. Okay, so here's the stock screener. Walgreens is under 10 bucks. Yep. Okay. So this is FinViz, Financial Visualizations. Lots of cool information here, but here's some of the most important stuff right here. There's 9,726 stocks to choose from. Okay. Now, it goes 9,700 stocks. If you're looking for stocks under 10 bucks, price, here we go. Under 10 bucks. 2,570 stocks. Okay, I want to make sure they have options. And I want to make sure they have dividends. At least 2%. Well, now there's 205 of them. Okay? 205 companies under $10 with a 2% yield or better, and they have options. Okay? ABEV. Well, let's take a look at that one. ABEV. Monthly. I don't like monthlies. That's one of the downfalls that I find with FinViz. It will tell you whether or not it has a dividend, okay, and it'll tell you whether or not it's optionable, but it won't tell you if it's a weekly or a monthly. So ACCO. ACCO. Monthly, no. ACRE. ACRE. Monthly, no. ADT. ADT. No. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, there are quite a bit of them. All right. But it doesn't tell you whether or not they're weekly or monthly options. For that, you need to go to the CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. cboe.com. That will tell you whether or not it has weekly options. All right, so let's keep going to the next Whirlpool. We only got like 12 more to go. Those are the ones that are up for consideration. Okay, how long have you been trading? Over 20 years. Appreciate the help. Cold Stew, you're welcome. Next on the list, Whirlpool, WHR. That looks kind of weird. I mean, kind of weird. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, up, down, up. We're currently at 104.05. The 105s are going for 125. That's over 1%. But you really got to wait and see what the market maker opens up the numbers at. Because from 103.95 to 155, that's a 65-cent difference. No, that's $1.65. That's $1.65 difference. Yeah, that's way too high. Now, hypothetically, it should be in the 104 area. Okay? The 104 is 170, the 105 is 125. That should be what it is. All right, so a year ago, we're at 103. We topped off the year at 125.67. That was in the middle of December. The bottom of the year was in May, the end of May, and that was 83. Last 30 days, 108. We dropped to the bottom. What was that, Wednesday? Okay, the bottom was Wednesday, 99.17. The very next day was the top, okay, 113.94. And look, shoots way up to there. Well, Friday, she drops and keeps on dropping. Yeah, this thing's going to keep coming down. Okay, but until it fills in this gap here before she turns around and goes back up. So Whirlpool is going to be a no for this week, but we'll push it off until next week. WHR. And next on the list is Taiwan Semiconductors, TSM. That's going to be a no, only because look at the gap you have here, and it's way too close to the high, 202.61. Well, the 202 is going for 440. Okay, that's 2%. But I don't like buying, me personally, I don't like buying at the high. Because it's like standing on a ladder waiting for someone to bring you a tall ladder. It just doesn't make sense, not to me. Okay, so that's going to be no. Nike, but we will push off TSM for 2 weeks. TSM. All right, next on the list, Nike, NKE, NKE. Well, here we go, Nike. Here's the top, here's the bottom, up, down, big drop, back up, back down, 78. The 79s are looking at 93. That's over 1%, but it's going to be a no because she's actually dropping. Okay, look, 30 days ago, we're way at 80. Jumps up to 90, big drop, sideways, drops again. Okay, this could be the bottom. It might not be the bottom. We could be waiting for who knows how long to come up with the bottom. So we'll put Nike down for next week and see if we can find the bottom. Alrighty, so that's Nike. What about Coca-Cola? Now, we looked at Coca-Cola yesterday and the day before. The numbers just don't work for Coca-Cola. Sorry. It's one of those big giant companies that's been around so long, they feel they don't need to slum around with us. So they don't give us 1%. And next on the list, 3M. Wow, big drop. 3M, we're not even going to bother taking a look at it. We will write it down for next week, waiting for that bottom to show up. Okay. Look at that big drop from 142, drops down to 124. As soon as she finds the bottom and turns around, I want to jump into 3M. I love 3M. 3M always pays a good number. Look, 124.75, the 125s are going for over 1%. I love 3M. They've been around for over 100 years. Now, interesting enough, 3M used to be a dividend king. They had 62 years of increased dividends. And then the CEO thought it would be a wonderful idea to drop the dividends this year. So they dropped the dividends. Now they're no longer a dividend king. They got thrown off. That being said, let's keep on rolling. Next on the list, PNC. PNC. That's going to be a no only because look where she is. Okay, 30 days ago we're here. She drops, shoots up, back down, back up. Now she's coming back down again. That's going to be a no. All right, so we'll write it down for next week. Nope, 2 weeks. We'll write PNC down for 2 weeks, see what happens. PNC. Now, you guys think I go through a lot of stocks. Well, the reason why I go through a lot of them, because I'm only going to be picking up 2 or 3 this week. That's it. Intel. I love Intel. INTC. High, low, was, is. Here's the direction. 1, down, down, sideways. We're currently at 2264. The 2250 is a 122. Holy shit, that's awesome. Well, let's take a look at the numbers and see what it looks like. A year ago, we're at 35. We topped out at the end of the year at 50.99. Look at this big gap down here. Okay, she goes from, what is that, 29 and drops all the way down to 18. That's an $11 drop on a $30 stock. Well, that's a 30% drop. That's crazy. All right, the sold boy, yeah. Johnson & Johnson, the premiums are terrible. We looked at them last night. That's going to be a no for this week. Now, they're not always a no. It's just every once in a while it turns out to be a no. All right, last 30 days. Well, this is an invitation and a half. Look at this. 30 days ago was a 30-day high. Drops to a 30-day low, back up, back down, back up, back down, tying at 30-day bottom. 1, 2 days to the upside. Look at all that space. The high is here. We're currently here. That's a lot of space to fill in. And the 2264 at the current price, that well over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. Hell yeah. I'm doing Intel. I already have it marked down. Okay, so next on the list, Dollar General, DG. Okay, here's Dollar General. High, low, was, is, up, down, big drop, continue down, 80.49. The 81s are going for 1, that's over 1%. But what's going on right here? Before we decide whether or not it's a good deal, well, a year ago we're at 119. We topped off at 168. Okay, we go from, check out this drop right here. 124, she drops all the way down to 78. 124 to 78, that's a big drop. Last 30 days. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. Drops, retrace, drops, retrace, drops. Sideways, we're currently here. Okay, I would wait another couple of days probably to find out more direction to the upside because it's way too close to the bottom and it's in a little bit of a downturn. No clear direction with this one. So, Dollar General, we're going to put it off till next week. Next week would be Dollar General. Wow, we got quite a bit to take a look at next week. Okay. Next on the list, MU Micron. MU. Interesting. High, low, was, is, up, down, up. 107.57. The 108's 251. That's nice. Look at this. The 109's $2. The 110's 165. The 111's 129. All of these are giving you over 1%. If you like Micron, and that's a big question. Do I like this company? Do I know what they do? am I okay with owning it for a long period of time until it hits my target? Because my target is basically what I pay for it or above. Henry trades. Henry, how are you today? Uh-oh. Wave, say hi. Here we go. Hey, Henry. All right, so let's take a good gander at it. A year ago was the bottom, 65.29. Tops out in June at 157.54. Drops, look at the last 30 days, right there. Okay, interesting. 30 days ago, we're at 110, drops down to 98, shoots up to 114, drops back down to 104. Now we're at 107. 2 days to the upside and still going up. Cool beans. However, 107.91 was the last trade. The bid, 107.45. The ask, 107.54. The market maker is going to push it down. So maybe it might be a good idea. Mike T. Justice, how are you doing today? So it might be a good idea to wait until after the market opens to see what's going on here. Because even though there's the 30-day high here, she drops down at the bottom and turns around, goes back up. Here's your 2 days. Well, I love that as an entry point. But if the market maker is going to drop it down, well, I'm not going to be buying it at 107. If the market maker is going to push it down, I'll wait until Tuesday to see what happens. But I am going to write it down. So we'll see after the market opens tomorrow morning if that is going to be a contender or not. Next on the list, JP Morgan. We're almost right on schedule. We're at 11 o'clock, and I got 3, 6, 9, 10 more to go. And then that will be it for this week. JP Morgan, JPM. Hell no. We're going to make it for another 2 weeks. That's 1 week. That's 2 weeks, JPM. JPM. Now, the reason why I'm saying JPM in 2 weeks, look where it is. Okay, here's the 30-day bottom, way over here. Shoots up, there's the top, it's coming down. She's channeling to the side, 222, 226, just going sideways. I want this thing to pull back before I take it into consideration. I don't like playing on the top of a ladder. Sorry. All right, so let's keep on going. Wells Fargo. Ooh, we haven't looked at Wells Fargo in a minute. FWFC. Wells Fargo. Here we go. That's a no. So we're going to put Wells Fargo down for 2 weeks also. Okay. Same thing with Wells Fargo. Look, it's actually at the high of the year. Yeah. No, thank you. I will wait. All right. Next on the list, CVX, Chevron. Interesting place. Okay. High, low is the direction up, down, big drop, back up 150, 81, 151, 152. Ooh, we know the market maker is going to push this one up. All right, cool. Well, let's take a better look at it. The 152s, 191. Cool. All right, well, that works. Okay, a year ago, 145, tops out at 167. The bottom of the year, in September 11th, 135. Take a look at the last 30 days, right here. Yeah, sorry, this is going to be a no. All right, because take a closer look. Look, 30 days ago was the bottom. Shoots up, pulls back, up, down, up. Now she's channeling to the side, not going sideways, channeling to the side. So even though it's 2 days to the upside, it's way too close to the high. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times, and it would not go over 152.50. That's 10 times. Okay, so that's going to be a no. All right. Chevron, we'll write that one down for 2 weeks. CVX. Next, Chemers, CC. Hollywood likes this one. Right, Hollywood? Hollywood likes CC. All right, high, low, where was it? Where is it? up, down, up, down. 1968. Okay, 1968. The 20s. Yeah, no, sorry. That's a big fat no. I don't even know why I look at that one. Estee Lauder. Now, I do have some Estee Lauder. Just to let you know, I do have some. All right. Estee Lauder. High, low, was, is, up, down, 87.26. The 87s are going for 4. Are you shitting me? 410 for the 87s? Uh-oh, Target, the last Intel earnings was August, and the stock dropped like a rock. It still hasn't recovered. All right, I'm looking at Estee Lauder. I'm not quite sure where you got Intel from. Estee Lauder, Intel, difference. Okay, we're looking at Estee Lauder. Okay, Estee Lauder, 87.26. The 87 is going for 410. The 88s are going for 360. Look at this. Even the 89s, the 90s, the 91s. Holy shit. Those are some nice freaking numbers. Okay. A year ago, Estee Lauder's at 127. Has a double top at 159. Hits it in beginning of February. Hits it again the middle of March. Big drop. Here's your bottom of the year right there, 9/11. And that was 82.39. Okay. Last 30 days. Intel has dropped the day after the last 5 earnings. Okay. Okay, Stanley, we're actually going over the list of stocks that we picked up throughout the last 2 weeks. Okay, every once in a while you'll hear me say, oh, that stock looks good, but it will look better in a week. It will look better in 2 weeks. So we are looking at that list at this moment in time. I'm not really taking suggestions at the moment. Every once in a while I'll throw one in there if I can be quick about it, but no. Okay, so Estee Lauder. 30-day bottom was on Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday were both to the upside. Now, Friday pulled back just a little bit, so it has me a little concerned of what's going to happen on Monday with Estee Lauder. But here's the thing. I already own Estee Lauder. So I'm going to write that down to take a look at in the morning. All right. Next on the list, I've got 6 more to go. VALE. That's probably going to be a no. Vale. Okay, Vale. Okay, Vale. Let's take a look. High, low, was, is, went up, went down, went up, went down, went up, went down. Now she's bouncing up, going to the upside. 1088. The 11s are going for 13. That's over 1%. For those of you looking for 1% on a $10 or below stock, well, let's take a look at Vale. A year ago, we're at 13.45. Topped out at the end of the year at 16. The bottom of the year was in August, 966. The last 30 days, right there. Here we go. 30 days ago, 30 days ago, 30 days ago. Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 1180. 4 days later, we just topped up a little over 12. Okay, gap down, gap down, gap down, gap down, gap down, gapped up. Well, Thursday is the 30-day bottom. Okay, Friday was up higher. More than likely, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I'm going to write that one down. VALE. Next on the list, energy transfer. No, I'm not going to do energy transfer. Only reason I'm not going to do energy transfer, look at the premiums. Okay, even though the stock is here, look, 1650. The 1650 is going for 6 cents. That's going to be a no. But look underneath. Okay, 1 penny, 0, 0. Yeah, no, the premiums on ET are absolutely horrible. Gracie, trader. Well, how are you doing, Gracie? Pleased to meet you. Pleasant to have you here. Let's wave to you really quick to say hi, hi. Okay, let's get back to where we were. MRO, which is Marathon. MRO, Marathon Oil. Okay, check it out. High low was is, check this out, down, up, channeling sideways at 26.46. Check that out, 26.46 last trade. 26.70, 26.74, both of these are higher, usually means the market maker's going to push it up. The 26.74s, the 27 is going for 8. That's going to be a no. Sorry, the numbers just don't look good. Can you please show Intel's seasonality? Laurie, yes we can. Hold that thought. INTC. The seasonality for Intel. La 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 la. Okay, so Laurie, you ready for this? What do you think, Laurie? Okay, here's where we are currently. See the blue dot right here? This was Friday. Look at that, from here to the end of the year. Nice upward movement for Intel. I love me some Intel. Nice, you like that, Laurie? Glad you like it. I got 2 more to go. Starbucks and Texas Instruments. S-Bucks. Okay, Starbuckies, high, low, where was it, where is it, look at this, up, down, up, sideways, 97.29, okay, market makers pushing this baby down, look, 97.31, last trade, 97.21, 97.29, both are lower, market makers going to push this baby down. But the 97s are going for 296, the 98s 247, the 99s 204. Every single one of these things are giving over 1%. Most of them are giving over 2%. But the question is, do you like Starbucks? Well, let's take a look at the last 30 days for Starbuckies. Okay, so here's Starbuckies right here. 30 days ago, we're at 98.50. Drops down to 93.50, shoots back up. Look at this big drop. Okay, so last Tuesday, we're at 96.50. Last Wednesday, we opened up at 93.50. That's a big drop overnight, but then she shoots back up and keeps on going. So she is in an upward trend. But let's take a look at seasonality to see what we're looking at. What does Starbuckies usually do this time of year? Well, it looks like I should put off Starbucks for 1 week, because here we are here. Looks like she's going to drop by what date is that? Thursday. No, Wednesday. Yeah, because Thursday's the 30th. And then the 1st. So on Wednesday, Thursday, this thing's gonna have a nice little run to the top side. And that's Starbucks. Like Starbucks. Can you please explain the percentages you look up on the option chain? Jay, but of course, why not? Hold that thought for a second. So Starbucks looks interesting. I like to see where she opens up tomorrow. Okay, S. Bucks. All right, so that being said, hold that thought, Jay. We got one more to take a look at, and that's Texas Instruments, TXN. Interesting. Okay, so Texas Instruments, a year ago, here we are, way down here at 140. We shoot up to high at 212, back down, back up again. We're at 206 at the moment. So we're selling the 208s, 270, barely make you 1%. Okay, so we're barely make. Oh, he wants me to go over the option chain percentages. Yeah, I got that, Mikey T. All right, so when I say the percentages on the option chain, well, what I'm talking about is, what am I buying the stock for? Well, the ask price. If I'm buying a stock, I'm paying the ask price. If I'm selling a stock, I am receiving the bid. Now, the difference between the bid and the ask, okay, sellers, buyers. The difference between the bid and the ask is called the spread. The spread goes to the market maker. Now, after hours, these numbers are not very accurate because during market hours, there's usually only a 1 or 2 cent difference between the bid and the ask. And that's all dependent upon how much volume there is. So the more stocks trade, the less the spread is going to be. Okay, so with 5 million shares traded on Friday, the spread is usually going to be around 1 or 2%. All right, so the last trade, 106.93. The 107s are going for 220. That's over 1%. Now I'm talking 1% because the purchase price, okay? How much is the premium compared to the purchase price? Because if I'm buying it for the 208 and I'm selling the 207.50s, I'm collecting $2.20. Well, $2.20 on a $208 stock, well, that's over 1%. And that's what I'm looking to get. I'm looking to get a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And the only way I can do that is through a weekly option. Now, weekly options, I buy them on, I buy the stocks on Monday. I sell the options on Monday, and more than likely they expire at 3:59 on a Friday. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, so that being said, that's everything on my list. We got 9 minutes left, so we'll take a look at whatever you guys want to take a look at from there. Let's take a quick look at CVS because that was consideration for this week or this past week. I'm going to see if it's still up for consideration. And I actually own some CVS. All right, so CVS, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, sideways, up, down. What's happening right here the past couple of days? That's what I'm concerned about. Okay, a year ago we're at 67.23. We topped out at the beginning of the year at 83.73. We bottomed out the end of May at 52.70. Well, let's take a look at the last 30 days because the last 30 days is going to give me a good idea whether or not this is something that I want to take into consideration for next week. Okay, well, currently 56. Uh-oh. Do we see this? The last trade, 56.49. The bid, 56.52, higher. 56.56, higher. So the market maker is going to push this one up. And if he does, look at this. Thursday is the 30-day bottom. Last Monday, okay, on the 14th, there's the top. Drops down, 30-day bottom was Thursday. Friday was an up day. If tomorrow the market maker pushes it up, that's 2 days to the upside. I'm going to write this one down. CVS. CVS. Okay. All right. That being said, what does it look like? Well, the 56.50s are going for 112. That's over 1%. The 57s are going for 61. That's a better. The 57 is the better deal because look where we are. The 57 is right there. Look where the high is, 68. That's a lot of space for this thing to go up. Well, I like CVS. That's on my list. Okay, so we got like 7 minutes left to go. Let's take a look at another one. UPS. That's weird. That's going to be a no. Reason why that's going to be a no, look at that big jump up on Thursday. Okay, she jumped way up to 145, closed all the way down to 136.50. And then Friday, she, even though the bottom's a little higher, she still closed lower. Okay, so CVS is going to be a no. But we will put, UPS is going to be a no. But I will put UPS down for 2 weeks from today. UPS. Not for next week, but the week after. All right, so that's that. Dollar General we already did. COP we did. Apache we did. Ooh, we didn't do LVS, which is Southwest Airlines. So let's take a look at this one. LVS, Las Vegas Sands. Interesting. High, low was his. Look at this. Up, down, up, across. 52.93. The 53 is going for 79. Well, let's take a gander at that, see what it looks like. The last 30 days. Here we go. Big difference. Yeah, I'm going to say no to this one only because look where the high is. 54.20. But look at the high over here. Okay, she went up, pulled back, up, back, up, back, up. Way too close. So no for LVS. Sorry. Nope. Nope. Intel. Advanced Auto Parts. We got 3 more. Advanced AAP. Advanced Auto Parts. No. We're going to write that down for next week. AAP. Now the reason why we're putting Advanced Auto Parts for next week, look at your 30-day high, 42.50. She drops to a 30-day bottom, 36.50. Up, down, up. 4 days to the downside. This is going to find a bottom tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. So in the next 3 to 4 days, this is going to find a bottom, turn around, go back up. If she does, what are we looking at? The 37s are going for 82 cents. That's more than 2%. 37.50s, close to 2%. 38s over 1. The 38.50s over 1. Well, close to 1. Okay, I like Advanced Auto Parts, but I want to find the bottom first. Okay, so Advanced Auto Parts, we'll put that down for next week. It's already written down. Okay, Harley Davidson. Ooh, see, I was just getting ready to do Harley Davidson myself, and you brought it up also. HOG. Now, I love Harley Davidson. I do. I don't normally trade it unless it comes up to a really good opportunity. Well, here's the opportunity for Harley Davidson. Okay, now I do own Harley Davidson in 4 different accounts. Okay, people always ask me, why do I have more than one account? Because I don't trust the government. I don't. All right. Harley Davidson. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Shoots up, down, up, down. I jumped into this at 36. It's currently at 31.85. Why am I still excited about it? Well, here's the thing. Let's look at the last few weeks. Now, I jumped into Harley Davidson 3 weeks ago. Okay? Right here. Okay? I jumped into Harley Davidson 3 weeks ago. I got 3% this week. I got 3% this week. I got 3% this week. But look at where she is now. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. Thursday was the 30-day bottom. Friday was up. So 31.85. Okay, this is going both ways, so it's not giving us an idea where it's going to go. But if she goes to the upside, that's 2 days to the upside. Currently, right at this moment in time, the 32s are going for 50 cents. That is barely 1%. Barely. Okay, I don't mind because I own it here, and it's at a 30-day bottom, so it's going to come to the upside, more than likely. Not guaranteed, but more than likely. How do you determine the bottom? All right. Is there a paid subscription or something where we can see which few you end up doing each week? Yeah. All right. So, how do you determine the bottom? That's like the silliest question I've ever heard. Because you can see it. Look right here. Okay? As the stock is the high right there, that's a high right there. Okay? Okay, it comes down. Look at this right here. Here's the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Goes to the upside before she turns around and goes back down again. Well, right here is the new 30-day bottom. Okay, you can call it whatever you want, but that's the new 30-day bottom. Friday was a little bit higher. It's actually that simple. By just looking at the chart, where's the high? There. Where's the low? Right there. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's bouncing up, one to the upside. Great. I'd love to get out of this one this week or next week, but we'll see. All right, so that's Harley Davidson. Hertz, HTZ. Okay, I actually have some Hertz. Interesting. Great time to jump in. Cool. Well, let's take a look at the whole thing on Hertz. Okay, Hertz started out a year ago at $8.94. Topped off at the end of the year at $10.88. Well, from there, look at our bottom of the year. Our bottom of the year was 9/11. Strange, but 9/11 seems to be the bottom of the year for a lot of different companies. Okay, that was $2.47. I know kids in elementary schools that have $2.40. Anyway, okay, so our 30-day bottom, well, that's not 30 days. Here's our 30 days right here. So here's our 30 days right here. 30 days ago, we're at 325. We shoot up to 345, drop down to 290, back up to 330, back down to 285. Now we got 2 days to the upside. Awesome opportunity to jump in. 313. The threes are going for 20 cents. You take the 13 off, then you walk away with 7. Now I know 7 cents doesn't sound like a lot of money to you guys. However, if the stock is only $3 and you're buying it at $3.13, you sell the 3 for 20 cents a share. You take the 13 cents off there, you walk away with a 7-cent profit. Laurie, you don't see the link that says Patreon? All right. If you come up here, right there, see where I'm pointing? Okay. In there, you will find the 10-minute trader. Okay. So here is the 10-minute trader. See it? Live trading. See that right there? Trading live online. Simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week. Live nightly training, 9 p.m. I should probably write 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you click right there where it says live trading, that's going to take you to Dividend Stock Talk, Patreon. That's where you sign up. Okay, so get rid of that. If you slide down a little bit further, hit View All, and then you will see all of my social media. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, and Books by James. Underneath that, you will see all my trades for the year. Remember I said I have 6 accounts. I share 3 of them with you guys. Click on any one. It'll tell you each and every trade that I've done. Look at this one. Macy's, Riot, Marathon, MPW, Macy's, Marathon, Riot. These are all the credits that I receive. 8 cents per share, 13 cents per share, 40 cents a share, 10 cents a share, 9 cents a share, 16 cents, 28 cents, 27. But look how many I got. 50 contracts, 11 contracts, 73 contracts. Yeah, it adds up. Okay, let's go back to where we were. We got one more stock to look at, and that will be it for the day. I actually like Hertz, so I'm going to write that one down. HTZ. Last on the list, NEP. That's Newmont. NEP. NEP. Nextera. Damn it! Because you get Nextera, which is NEP. You have Newmont, which is NUE. Then you have Nucor, which is NEE. Weird. All right, anyway. High, low, was, is. Look at this. It goes up, channeled, up, down, channeled, down. Sitting right here. 21, 29. 22s are going for 15. Not quite there. I don't like this one. The reason I don't like it, it's not that the numbers don't work. Look at the premiums. Once you get 2 strikes out of the money, you're down to 0. Yeah, I'm trying to weed away from these things. Kent, what's the play for tomorrow? Well, Kent, I just went through 30, 40 different stocks. Out of those 40 stocks up here, well, these are the ones we came up with that look good for tomorrow. Okay? Holy bad guys, I saw Intel suspended its dividend. Does that change your thoughts on it? Not necessarily so, because here's the thing. There's certain companies I like that I've been following for years. Now, granted, I don't see eye to eye with what the CEO always does. Like with 3M. 3M's been in business for over 100 years. They've increased their dividends for 62 years, sorry. 62 years. Okay, that means they're a dividend king, over 100 years old, 5 decades or more of increased dividends. But the CEO decided to cut the dividends this year. Why he did that is beyond me. I think it had something to do with the lawsuit in the beginning of the year. I don't know. So Kent, you just got here. Give me 2 to look at. Macy's and Nordstrom's. How's that? Okay, so we're 11:35. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin as usual. Now, for those of you in the morning trading group, I'm about to send out the list to you guys to take a look at what we're looking at for tomorrow. And you'll get a link first thing in the morning to exactly what we're doing. So that being said, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Alrighty, so have a great day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow night. All right, shutting off Instagram, done with Facebook. Okay, and done with Twitter. Okay, so okay, see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great night. And now